I am Joe Vector, Ace Reporter, and this is yesterday's news with Joe Vector, and this is
Curtis the Bearheart, because that's what's on my birth certificate, kids.
And here is yesterday's news.
Yesterday's news.
And this is from AP News. Sheriff who shot Billy the Kid, focus of New Mexico Festival. And this is from January 31st, 2019. From Alamo Gordo. Did I say that right?
That sounds about right. Gordita, what is it? I love those things.
Alamo Gordo.
Oh, okay. That's a place, not a dish.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I thought it was dessert.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I actually misheard you completely. I thought it was a taco.
Yeah. New Mexico from AP.
Wow, that's really good.
Pat Garrett, an Old West sheriff who is remembered for killing outlaw Billy the Kid, will be the focus of new festival in southern New Mexico. The first Pat Garrett Western Heritage Festival is scheduled for Friday and Saturday at Los Cruces. How do you spell that? How do you say that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not an expert of that sort of thing. I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, let's just say it's someplace in New Mexico.
Yeah, or something. But why are they celebrating him? That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of.
Let's just look at the story and hopefully we'll find an answer.
I hope so.
And comes amid renewed interest in the well-known lawman. The Los Cruces Sun News reported. Organizers have said they plan to unveil a new photograph of Garrett, the newspaper said. In addition to movies, performances, and lectures, organizers have said several of Garrett's descendants will attend events. Well, there's more to the article I could read.
This story is making time move backwards. What did the guy do exactly? He shot someone? We're happy about that?
From what I'm getting is the movies, performances, and lectures. Organizers said, I guess they're running a stuff, but they still haven't discussed this. Let me see if they could explain why they're celebrating them.
That sure would be great at this point.
Yes. The festival comes as La Crose's city officials consider changing the name of Motel Boulevard to Pat Garrett Boulevard. In December 2017, the Donna Ana County Board of County Commissioners voted 5-0 to back the petition, but Motel Boulevard is in the jurisdiction of the city of blah 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 blah.
This is riveting. This is, just anything else there. I've learned so much, and I think I need to meditate on that and move on.
Okay, actually, it gets to more of the story.
I hope so. I really do.
Okay. Garrett was an Old West lawman of customs agent who became sheriff of Lincoln County, as well as Donna Ana County, in what was then the territory of New Mexico. He was elected sheriff of Lincoln County in 1880. A wave of bank robberies, and a violent New Mexico land war involving immigrants of Irish and English descent. Bill the Kid was swept up in what was known as the Lincoln County War after his British mentor was gunned down by the corrupt sheriff William Brady. Billy the Kid organized the assassination of Brady in revenge, which escalated into a war between immigrant factions.
Wow, this sounds like gangs in New York, but not in New York, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was a wild, wild west.
It sure was.
Garrett shot...
I like Wild West pictures. Do you like Wild West pictures?
I like Billy the Kid and Billy the Kid 2.
Billy the Kid 2?
No. Young Guns. Young Guns 1 and Young Guns 2.
That's more like it. Now I understand what you mean. Yeah, I kind of like A Fistful of Dollars and all that stuff, you know? That was pretty good.
I don't like Billy the Kid and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, well, sure. If that's where we gotta go to get Billy the Kid, I suppose so. Alright, so, I tell you, this is amazing. I've learned so much.
Garrett, you learn something every day new on yesterday's news.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Clutch that little limerick to your heart, kids. Get that screen printed on shirts.
Garrett shot and killed the 21-year-old Billy the Kid in 1881 after the outlaw escaped from the Lincoln County Jail in New Mexico. Garrett, who briefly lived in Texas, was later killed amid a dispute over a New Mexico ranch.
Amid a dispute?
Amid a dispute, yes.
Oh, you mean amid a dispute?
Amid a dispute.
I thought you were doing some kind of legal mumbo jumbo there for a minute. I was making sure.
How ironic! The man who killed Billy the Kid was also killed himself.
Yeah, well, you know, the death thing happening, I guess that's, you know, you shoot enough people, you're eventually going to get shot, right? Isn't that how it works?
I guess so.
Oh, it's above my pay grade.
Well, let's just...
That story was mind-melting, really.
Let's just be glad that we weren't trying to get money in the Wild Wild West, or we might have been gunned down ourselves.
Yeah, if you're going to go about it like a dummy, sure. I would go about it a different way. But I don't want to teach kids how to heist money. That's not a good idea.
No.
We're a respectable news organization here. So, what's the next story, Dr. Vexter? Doctor of Journalism?
For some way, I was scanning because maybe somebody on this podcast is looking for a TV.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. The vast resources of the internet certainly won't be able to help them with that, so they're going to come to yesterday's news for their TV advice.
Why? I don't know, but I'm reading this story anyway.
Only goes to show there's a lot of chum at the bottom of this bucket today. There's nothing going on news. And we don't do hysteria news, you know what I mean? So if it's about something that's going to make you angry before we're even finished telling you about it, we try not to do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Joe Vexter, I just figured I'd be a little more specific with your audience here.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
It certainly is.
Okay, let's get to the story.
Yeah.
Millennial Money, 5 Keys to Picture Perfect TV Buying. Okay. By Courtney Jesperson. January 29th, 2019. Buying a TV can be thrilling and yet daunting.
Daunting? Really?
I didn't know it can be daunting.
This is like a first world problem. You know? How daunting? You know what daunting is? Daunting is, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to get into this. I'm just going to let you read the story.
Sounds like I'm in a horror flick trying to pick a TV.
You know, my cookie is too crispy for me, and it's daunting. You're buying a TV. I mean, what in the name of Sam Hill is going on here? This language is, look, I'm all for flowery language. Even a little bit of exaggeration, but daunting? You're not walking through a minefield, son. You're buying a TV. Gosh, old hemlock.
I mean, just look at that.
By Jove. I went TV shopping. You know what's daunting? When the credit doesn't let you do it. That's what's daunting. When they say, no, sir, no TV for you. You know, they sit there and shop all day.
I thought it was daunting when you couldn't fit the size of the TV in your car.
Nah, man, they just deliver it to your house. It's not even about those Fred Flintstone complications. It's about, you know, not being able to do it at all. But anyway, I digress, regress, egress, whatever it is I'm doing. Get back to this.
Yeah,
get back to this story before I get to...
Okay.
There's today's news. Grass grows really fast if you pay attention. Thanks. All right. Anyway, go on. Back to the story.
To maximize the exhilaration while minimizing the uncertainty, experts say that to pay attention to at least 5 things. You may be considering a new TV ahead of the Super Bowl, but these tips work throughout the year too. So chances are you're probably not going to be listening to this podcast during the Super Bowl. It might be after it. So this is yesterday's news.
Yesterday's news. We're telling you it's some tomorrow from now.
So just think, this will be for the next Super Bowl.
Or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's for that long away.
Yeah.
Yes.
One, size. Size alone shouldn't be a deciding factor, but it will be a large part of your decision, both literally and figuratively. I always tell people to buy the biggest screen that they can afford and that will fit in their room, says Tim Alessi, Director of Product Marketing at LG Electronics. Because I never met anybody yet who has said, oh darn, I wish I bought a smaller TV.
No, he's got so much to complain about. Gee whiz. My TV's too big. Wah. It's so terrible that my TV is huge. You know, what is this? Really? Is this what our second story is? It makes the first story sound like they know the riddle of the Sphinx.
All I gotta say is, we're in the Alkanut Studios, where we don't have a very big, large TV. We have a nice, small, compactful, old-school TV, the way it should be, the way I remember it to be.
Well, look, it's definitely the way we remember it to be, because it's old as hell. And it's also heavy, and, but the point is this guy, look, okay, I get it. TV shopping it can be problematic, it can be complicated. It's not daunting. And furthermore, the TV's too big. That's what we're complaining about. My TV's too big. You know, cry me a river. That doesn't make any sense at all. I'd be psyched. If that TV was 3 times as big as it, what am I going to do? Oh, spilt milk. This is terrible. Nah. All right. Is there any other valuable detail about this story?
Yes. There's more.
Oh, something. Give me something.
We'll get to it.
Oh, okay, fine.